Ron Parker, happy Halloween, everybody. We have one of Chicago's favorite, best, the ultimate ghoul. He is Svengoolie. Thank you for stopping in to WLS 94.7 FM and joining us today.
It's great, Ron. Always happy to come and visit with people on the radio. And, of course, one of my favorite stations, WLS-FM.
Thank you so much. See, I have a face for radio. Can't do TV. You know how that goes, right?
Yeah, well, you've seen my face, so you know, yeah.
So I got a question. How long ago did you start here in Chicago doing the Svengoolie thing, introducing yourself to this lovely city?
Well, I started out as son of Svengoolie, as a follow-up to the original Svengoolie. Jerry G. Bishop was my mentor who got me into the business, and he was on from 70 to about 73.
Okay.
And in the time in between, there was nothing going on. We had some false starts where somebody asked him about doing Svengoolie again during summertime, just as a kick, and he said, well, I don't really want to do it. And he said to me, but I think you could do it. You could be son of Svengoolie. We had some false starts on it, and nothing ever came of it. But then around 1979, he went out to the West Coast, and he said, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I thought I'd maybe pitch some TV station here on doing a TV show. And he said, I tell you what, if you want to do the son of Svengoolie thing, go ahead. And I did, and eventually it ended on air at WFLD in 1979.
Well, now that you've grown up, you're just Svengoolie.
Yeah, actually, that was Jerry who decided that when I came to WCIU right near the end of 1994, he was in town and we were talking, and I said, I'm thinking of maybe, changing the name or shortening it or something. Because even by the end of my run, which was around 1986, people were saying, you're son of Svengoolie, but who's Svengoolie? Because not everybody remembered Jerry's character.
Well,
so
it was only 3 years, right?
Yeah, exactly. So he said, I tell you what, you're all grown up, just be Svengoolie, which was really very nice of him. And he was always a very generous man, and I'm happy to be following in his footsteps.
You're very knowledgeable on a lot of the horror movies and stuff. Was this something as a younger person that you were into and kind of learned about and studied and had your favorites?
Oh, yeah. When I was a teenager, I really got into horror movies. At that time, one of the local stations was running it like on Sunday nights real late, and I just stumbled on it by accident once. And then every week I was there watching it, and I do love all the original Universal stuff, like the original Frankenstein and Dracula and Wolfman. Those are still among my favorites.
So after the 80s, then what did you end up doing?
Oh, after I was let go, as we like to say.
You're not in the business until you get fired.
At least few times, right?
You got to get fired.
Yeah. I ended up doing a lot of radio. I did fill-in stuff. I did advertising stuff. I worked with Dick Orkin.
Oh, Chicken Man.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
I actually worked with him on the last group of Chicken Man episodes. It was called Chicken Man Returns for the Last Time Again.
Oh, how cool was that?
It was. And it was like, earn while you learn. It was so cool. What a great guy. And I learned so much about, doing little voice things and stuff from him. And then eventually ended up back at the same station, WFLD, did a show called The Co-Zone, which first was just a movie show, but then they needed somebody to host their kids' show, so they moved me down to that.
Uh-oh.
And then,
they didn't make you dress up as Bozo. That's good.
No. And then, of course, they fired me again. So things happen.
It's all circular.
Exactly. But then I ended up at WCIU with Neil Sabin, my boss, who wanted to have Svengoolie come back again.
How long you been there now?
Since late 1994.
Wow.
Been there, and, we progressed to MeTV Network, so now we're seen all over the country. It was just amazing to me to hear from people all over the country who were watching.
When I was young, living in the New York City area, and I finally got to do a Halloween show when I made it to radio in New York City, was Svengoolie.
Yeah, wow. And definitely, he's one of the main icons of horror hosting. It was always the big three were Svengoolie on the East Coast. On the West Coast, it was Vampira. And here in Chicago, it was Terry Bennett, who played a character. Oh, I can't think of the name on Shock Theater. Oh, Marvin. His name was Marvin. That was this is in the 50s.
Oh, wow.
And so that was when he was around. But yeah, Svengoolie, always one of the top guys that all of us who are in this business kind of, bow your head to.
Yeah. Well, not to show my age, but in the 50s, I do remember him hosting Creature Feature and all that stuff. And it's just amazing because here it is, almost 50 some odd years later, and I'm standing next to him doing a Halloween show in New York City.
That had to be great.
But I'll tell you, it's not as good as having you here.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to say.
No,
Ron.
it is an honor. I've, I came to the market, found out who you were very quick by people that I work with who deal with you, and I would get on YouTube and started watching, some of the clips and things that they had of Svengoolie.
Yeah, I feel like I've been doing this for a long time, and so
well,
there's plenty of material out there.
Let me tell you something. Bless you, and I hope you continue to keep doing this forever and ever and ever. And forever's a long time.
It is, but I'm happy to do it. You're talking about this business, I'm happy to have a job.
Well, there you go. We all are, aren't we? Yeah.
You bet.
Svengoolie at WLS 94.7 FM. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, Ron.
Hi, it's Ron Parker from 94.7 WLS. Svengoolie is with us.
Hello there.
And we are plotting Halloween night for Chicagoland. We got big things planned.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you tune in on Halloween.